Auction time. First item on the list is a box with heat-treated Mississippi gravel and this little hafted point that I made on video. Okay, 2x01, a little hafted point with cotton thread and modern glue, and a box of Mississippi gravel heat treat. Now, some of the Mississippi gravel heat treats at lower temperatures than other pieces of the gravel, so this one is going to be easier to nap than a lot of these other pieces, because stuff like this needs to be heated to 500 or above in many cases. But I only heated these to 450 to 500 degrees, somewhere in that range. This was before I had my thermometer, so the temperature gauge for the turkey roaster. So it's approximately between 450 and 500 degrees. Anyway, the point on this is made from this stuff, so it's fairly easy to nap, and there's a fairly substantial piece. Let's see, 4 3/4. The total length, I shortened this so it'll fit in a flat rate box. So the total length now is 8.5. The width on this point, 1.5. Let's see, just out of curiosity, I'm going to weigh the whole thing, foreshaft and point together. $612 grains, or 618, somewhere between that range. Okay. Yellowish looking stuff. It's all different consistencies and different colors. This has been sitting out in my yard for at least 3 years. So it's got a little bit of, dirt stain on it. But I washed them last night, so these are pretty close to the original colors after they come out of the heat treat. This is going to be easy to nap, but stuff like this is going to be harder to nap. This is tough. These pieces of Mississippi gravel are pretty tough. This one is too. And some of it might be a little bit cracked. So just be aware that only a few of these pieces are easy to nap. These lighter ones are relatively easier to nap than these chunks here. These chunks are going to be hard to nap. This one here, I'm not sure. I broke this a long time ago. It does snap in half after it's heated. Anyway, these are tough pieces here. Just to be aware, in case you're wondering if this is really easy stuff to nap, it's not easy to nap. But it is nice and colorful. And it is interesting stuff if you've never napped it before. I would put it in the lower grade category unless you can heat treat it perfectly at the right temperature. But I haven't figured that one out yet. All right. $2x02. It's a box of broken bifaces. Alright, so this one's on video. This is the black butter obsidian from Owens Valley, California. I got this in a bag because these are flakes I'm going to include with this biface. This is a heat treat, a very tough Texas chert that has concrete in it, but it's not too bad anymore. Thin down, kind of, sort of. Alright, so you can mess around with these flakes. You can even try heat treating them further. Everything's treated to 450 degrees. Let's see, this one is 4 3/8. This one is 4 1/4. This one's 4. It's a heat treat. I think I mentioned that these are heat treats here. This is a heat treat. 3 5/8. Yeah. 3.5. These are all heat treats. Various Texas cherts. 2 3/4. 3 1/4. 3 1/4. 2 3/8. This is really nice stuff to knap. I don't have much of it. I just have small pieces like that, but hopefully you'll be able to get something out of it. 2 3/4. This is a piece of Mississippi gravel heat treat that I snapped on video. Let's see. It was 4.5 or thereabouts. Little over 3 3/4. And a bunch of broken pieces and smaller pieces of heat treat. These are all heat treats. This one was an interesting one. I was going to make an arrowhead out of that one. I think I was going to make a pendant out of this one, but I've got more similar to this, so I'll just give that to you guys. I snapped that on video. But yeah, various heat treats, various consistencies, all heat treated to the same temperature, 450 degrees or thereabouts. It could range 20 degrees either way. But yeah, 450 degrees. And some of that's semi-translucent. It's all going to be much easier to knap than this stuff in the raw state. None of these were high quality cherts when they were raw. Most of these fall into the low quality chert or low quality raw before heat treating, and some of them are really, really bad, and I would consider them barely knappable before heat treat. Stuff like this, it's barely knappable before heat treat, but afterwards you can actually get something out of it. It actually becomes smoother with the flake scars, and you can thin it down. But in the raw state, it's terrible. I think these are similar here. Some of it varies. Some of it's still a little bit tough, and some of it is okay. Like this one's really good. All right. I don't know the names of these cherts. If I did, I would give them to you. These three are the same type of chert. This is like Medina County chert here. The rest are a mix from all over the state of Texas, and sometimes I might throw in one that's a mystery chert. I don't know where I get these things from. I have a lot of generous subscribers that send me rocks. I knap most of it, but I'm also offering it for sale to you guys. All right, so okay. $2X03, $2X04, 2 boxes of well, it's a mix of worked flakes. Some of them are broken, some of them are not. Some are attempted bifaces, and some are just trimmed down flakes. All right, but these are all worked, heat treated pieces. Just not refined like the one just before this. These are not refined bifaces. They're just worked down slightly. Okay, 2X03 is various heat treats again. Let's see, some of these, I think I have the whole, if it's broken, I'll include both pieces, so you'll have the whole piece to look at. Various cherts. various. I think, let's see, I don't know, I might have reworked some of these after breakage. Yeah. What's the size? It's typical size. That's a 4-inch right there. The box itself is 8 3/4. all kinds of different stuff. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna run longer than my other videos for the auctions, because I'll be looking through these pieces just to give you an idea of what you're gonna get. I think I can cram all these in. That one's 2x03. This 2x04 is very similar. I'll weigh them. I've got a scale now where I can weigh these, and they'll be the same weight. I'll figure out if this one is lighter than that one. I'll just add a little bit more. I have other worked heat treat flakes. It'll be the same kind of random mystery cherts from Texas and surrounding areas. Sometimes I'll get mixed up and I'll throw in a piece that's not from Texas because I just don't know what it is. It'll be a mystery chert. But most of these are Texas cherts. And just worked down. I think this one doesn't have any brokes in it. I don't think. Oh yeah, this one. Do I have the other piece? No, I don't have the other piece to that one. I've worked some of this stuff on video. Some of it I haven't yet. Various shades. Careful with this one here because it'll snap in half easy. Some of these are easily snapped in half, and some of them are stay intact with much abuse. Like this will snap in half too. The glossier it is, the easier it is to snap in half. So just be aware and bid accordingly. Okay. The largest piece in here is this one. That's about 4 inches. This stuff is pretty good, but it varies. Even with the heat treat, it'll vary from nice up here to not so nice, comparatively speaking, down below. Yeah, it'll nap well. Okay. 450 degrees for all these. That's the temperature in Fahrenheit that I heat treat these to lately. Okay. As time goes on with more auctions, I will be offering heat treat at different temperatures. Okay. All right, so let's see, I've got 5 boxes of heat treated flakes. 2x05, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 boxes of heat treated flakes. I'll go over each one by one. This is 2x05. All right. Various cherts, flints, but they're all heat treated. These are all from the latest batches that I'm doing. You can kind of see them on video, the type of stuff I've been spalling out. Okay. This one is not from Texas. This is K County chert or something. I think this is, yeah. So be aware of that. There's a few pieces in here that are not Texas. This is what they call Belton chert, which is a very chalky type chert in most cases, but when you heat treat it, it gets a little bit more slick and easier to work. And so I'm mixing different size flakes together. This is a mystery chert, but they're all from Texas except for this kind of stuff. I don't know where that comes from. That could be West Texas chert. I'm not sure, but I think I salvaged these flakes from nap-ins. You know, this is the stuff I collect at nap-ins, and then I'll throw it in the heat treat if it doesn't nap well when I try it out. And then it becomes a mystery chert, but they nap well. It's a nice big old thin flake Medina County chert. Alright. I don't know what these are. Various Texas cherts. I just threw that one in just for grins and giggles, I guess. That's not that great of quality. Anyway, I can put in something other than that. I'll throw in a couple more flakes or something. I'll fill this box up until it's completely full. All right. And the heat treat that I put in these will be similar. I got a bunch of this stuff in my landscaping in my yard, so I'll be spalling and heat treating all of it in the coming months. 2x06. Alright, let's see if we can do this a little bit faster. I just want to show you different views of this stuff. This one's got concrete in it, so it's not that great. This one is not that great either. If it looks like it's kind of not that great, it probably is not that great. Although this concrete is not that bad to knap into. This one is higher quality. High quality stuff. This one is a little bit... This is high quality, but it's all kind of wonky. Okay, so I think you get the idea. Various sizes, lots of different types of chert, various colors, all earth tones, obviously. No bright greens or no bright yellows, just subdued colors. Alright, 2x07. Big old flake of Medina County chert. Another piece of the same. Well, no, it's not the same. Yeah, it's a little bit different. That's Medina County chert right here. Okay. Some of that might look like Georgetown, but it's not. These are all what I consider gravel cherts, okay? But they're not really that translucent. It's not like this root beer stuff. There's a lot of translucent gravel cherts out there also, but that's not the type I've been heating lately. You know, some of this stuff is translucent, but most of it is not. Some of it might look root beerish, but I've tested it to make sure that it does nap. Some of the root beerish stuff does not respond to heat very well. It'll be too brittle. This one, I don't know where this comes from, but you can see the patina. Quite a difference. Now, it may have two different colors in there, but it's probably all this lighter color. All right. There are no Georgetown flakes in any of this stuff. It's all just random lighter color cherts. There's no Owl Creek. There's nothing like that. Some of this might be Pedernales chert, but most of it's just random stuff. Random gravel cherts. 2x08. Let's see here. Some of these I didn't take little chips off, but they'll nap well. If they don't, if you got pieces in here that you don't like, just let me know. If you buy the box and you say, hey, this stuff didn't nap well, you might have not have heated it, I'll send you another box. Or refund your money, either one. But yeah, I didn't test each and every one. After a while, I got to know what they would nap like. And I know these cherts pretty well now. 450 degree Fahrenheit heat treat for 4 hours. Various sizes, various types. These are interesting gravel cherts. They do heat treat well. They can be translucent. You just got to be careful when you're napping those, because those are snap in half. The more attractive they are, the more difficult it would be to nap, as a general rule. Okay? The ones that are easiest to nap are usually the ones that are the most boring colors. Okay? Like this one. Easy to nap, color kind of boring. Okay. And last but not least, 2X09. Little chunks, some of them are broken. Some I broke while trying to work them down. This one might have a crack in it. So just as I'm showing these, if I don't mention it, just be aware that sometimes I might include one by mistake that has a crack in it. That one looks kind of healed up, but just let me know. Tell me, hey, you sent me some with cracks in them. What's up? Oops, sorry. I inspect all these and make sure, to the best of my ability, that they don't have any cracks in them. This one might give you a little bit of trouble, but if you take off that area, this here, it doesn't look too bad. Just be aware it does have defects. On these larger pieces, it's very difficult to get a clean large piece. The small ones, yeah, easy peasy to get clean small pieces. I wish I could take time to put them all up against the light, but I think you get the idea. Some of these are translucent and some are not. When you get them thin, they can be really nice and translucent, but some of them, even when they're really thin, it's only translucent around the edges. Yep. I don't think this particular type is from Texas, but I could be wrong. This stuff that's kind of purplish looking, but it's a dull purple. It's not a translucent purple. All right. Various sizes and thicknesses. Now, do these work with flint and steel? Maybe some of them would work well, but some of them do not. They're usually on the soft side, especially this stuff here. But the darker stuff and the gray looking stuff, I don't know. There's no general rule as to which ones will work with flint and steel, but I would venture to guess that the lighter color ones, the prettier ones, don't work very well. The boring colors work well with the flint and steel. Alright, so that's 2X09. Okay. So that's it. 9 items in this auction. Rules. Auction ends at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. Bid in the comments section. I will pre-populate the comments. I'll put the item number and a timestamp where you can see the item in the video, so you don't have to watch the whole video. Try not to bid at the last minute. I'm using YouTube's time tracker. Just be aware that YouTube's time tracker may not be accurate. So if you bid at the last minute, your bid might not count. And I'm watching it very closely every auction. So I'm going to use YouTube's time tracker because that's what everybody sees. And yes, sometimes people see different times. Yeah, but I'll resolve those issues as they come up. Or I'll explain them. I can't resolve them. I'll just explain what happened. Shipping is free in the U.S. International shipping is not free. I will add $10 for a first-class package, $20 for a small flat rate, and $40 for a medium flat rate. What that means is if you win the auction, I am giving you a discount on shipping, but since international shipping is so expensive, I'll tag on some extra for international shipping. I will provide tracking numbers. I will like your comment or bid if I see it. That's important. Be checking the comment section often to see if I put a like. If I don't have a like on your bid, especially as we're getting close to the time of closing, let me know with an email that something might be wrong. I might not be seeing your bid. So send me an email to jackcrafty2@gmail.com. Jackcrafty, the number 2, @gmail.com. And we'll see what happens. See what is happening. I will announce the winners in the comment section starting at about 9 p.m. Yeah, well, I'll wait. 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll wait until 9:01 Eastern time before I start putting in comments, the cut and paste comments that you've won. I'll announce the winners starting 1 minute after the closing, because sometimes these bids roll in just at the very last second. YouTube's time tracker may or may not be right, but I'm watching who is first, who is last, and I try to keep it in chronological order in my mind as I'm going through, and then I'll announce the winners. Okay? So if you have any questions, you can look at the previous auctions. I will have a longer list of rules in the description. These are just my cheat notes from the actual rules. There's a longer list and more detailed in the description. And if you have trouble, just send me an email. If you don't know what's going on, just watch. You've got plenty of time. You've got several hours between now and the closing of the auction, so you should be able to get what's going on. All right? And I hope everyone had a good weekend, and good luck.